Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief here, and Mike Concho can't be on the show today. He's got work. That's why we have a 3-team system, because one of us has work, the other one's usually off. But sometimes it's just me by myself. So, that's why Juicy is such a great addition to this show. Welcome to the show, Juicy.
What's up, man?
I'm doing pretty good today. What about you? You zoned out, son? You zoning out already?
I was a little bit reluctant at first. I didn't understand what you said, but now I'm good. I was a little bit sick, but I think I'm getting over it.
What were you sick with, bro?
My stomach was messed up. Like I hadn't eaten but maybe one meal in the last 2 days, and my head was hurting real bad. But it's getting better now. I'm starting to feel better.
Yeah, we had a pretty good enough episode last thing where I think we could continue the series. We had at least 80 new listeners gained, so I figured this would be a good episode too to do, because we talked about NASCAR the last couple of years. We're going to give a run with college baseball this year, because college baseball extends well into the summer, and NASCAR does too. It even goes past the summer, but you better capture the whole entire baseball season into one thing. Here's how we're going to do this, Fishbowl Nation. We're going to talk about this weekend games. We can't do mid games. We can give you updates on it, what happened, because we've seen the games happen, which, I would love to give previews for them, but that's kind of why we kind of shied away, but I'm going to try to embrace it this year and see what happens. All right, UL, I'm going to talk about them. They lost to Louisiana Tech on Tuesday night. UL had a really hard time hitting the ball out in the field. Tech's pitchers, literally, the first 2 innings, UL sent 6 guys up, and they all 6 got struck out there. So UL's bats was dead for that game. UL ended up losing to Louisiana Tech 6-2. And the crazy thing is, which Tech, I think, did a really stupid thing for what they did. Louisiana Tech, they pitched their Friday guy on a weekday. I think that's like kind of, I know it's a rivalry game, but heck, I wouldn't even put, no, there's too much on the line for that. That messes you up, in my opinion, for your weekend game.
I can't put more like a weekend series, instead of.
Well, I would think, I would love to have a UL Lafayette and a LSU baseball series against each other. I think it would be a very entertaining series. I thought the Super Regionals was a good game.
They did last year. They had Super Regional.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking like a regular season instead of them.
I don't think they're allowed to play each other really for a series in the regular season.
I think they can. I'm pretty sure they can be scheduled. I don't know if the rule.
I don't think the NCAA allowed it since they got that big fight in 2000 College World Series. They played each other. They got that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bad blood between both teams. But it's. We haven't seen anything like it since then. I don't know why the fight was started or anything else like that. I have to go reread up on it and see how it all broke down. They both went after each other. It was, if you know something, Juicy, speak up on it.
I remember the fight. It was because we watched it. I remember watching it when I was a kid. LSU, they kept on, it started off with the pitchers. They all kept trying to creep in on each other. I couldn't remember if it was an LSU or UL pitcher that ended up hitting one of the batters, and then the next half inning, the opponent's team turned around and they hit one of their batters, and then that's when it started to escalate. And somebody hit, I think it was an LSU player. They ended up hitting a home run. He ended up taunting the pitcher running around bases or something, and it just kept escalating to there until finally
Someone said they had enough of it, and they actually.
Finally, I think the bench is cleared. They started throwing bats.
That's right.
Bats and stuff at each other.
That's right, son.
It was pretty ugly, and I think the NCAA had banned them for a long time to play each other.
Well, they're in-state. It's an in-state rivalry between UL and LSU. It's been a long, storied rivalry. Baseball is really the sport that gets really heightened up on because both teams are powerhouses in NCAA. both can easily win the national title this year. It's gonna be an interesting season. Well, by the way, since we got sidetracked, we started talking about 2000. Tech. I was. Let me go look and see who Tech plays this weekend. Let's see. They play. Let me pull up their schedule real quick. I think they had just built a brand new stadium. Actually, who's gonna Tech? They play against. They find but yeah. Here's an interesting thing. They battle UT Arlington this weekend. They JC Love. That's where they played. The funny thing was, with Louisiana Tech, they pitched their Friday god during the weekday, which you should never do that. UL is ranked number 13 according to Louisiana Tech. According to the UL's website, they're ranked number 6. But depending on what poll you're looking at, that's how it is. But yeah, there's always different polls going on. So I think we'll use.
LSU's number 6 or 7.
We'll use LSU on theirs is 5. Baseball America, we'll use that poll since we're gonna be. That's the one that a lot of people know of the most. I mean, I wish we would all agree on one poll, but that's the way college baseball is. You get too many polls going on at one time. You're kind of wondering, well, what's going on, right now in this thing. So we'll see. Right now, we're going to give a rundown. I think Florida is number 1 in the country right now, if I remember right.
Florida's always number 1.
Florida, they've been pretty good in baseball for this year.
Do you think Vanderbilt or TCU would be up there since they were both in the finals last year?
Yeah. Vanderbilt, Florida's number.
Vanderbilt's not good at football, but they got a pretty good baseball.
Not Vanderbilt. Florida. This poll right now hasn't been updated because it got published on the 22nd, which was Monday or Sunday or something like that. That was Monday. That didn't include the loss of Tuesday, so it's a little bit behind. Florida's number 1, Louisville number 2, Texas A&M 3, Virginia's number 4, Oregon State's 5, Miami Hurricanes is 6, Vanderbilt 7, LSU's number 8, Houston is 9, and the right up top 10 is UL Lafayette. That's your top 10 there. Okay, let's start talking about the games today we got going on. We have a countdown going on for UL's game. It's at 3:30. If you're in the Houston area, I highly encourage you to go attend this game. Me and Mike Honcho was saying, well, if we had time to get there, we could probably leave here at a certain time, but he had to work to go to Houston. It was talked about, but that we didn't decide to make the trip. It would have been a very tough game to get to. And UL is playing TCU in baseball at 3:30 in Houston, Texas. They're playing at the Astros' field. Minute Maid Park. So yeah,
we're gonna see what y'all are made of because I know TCU is pretty dang good.
TCU is a very good school. Tony Robichaux had said this is kind of like a super regional for both teams, so that's something to look forward to.
I think it's more of a super regional for y'all than TCU.
Actually, I don't know about that because UL is ranked number 10 in the country, so. And TCU is ranked lower than them. According to the Baseball America, TCU is...
more for y'all because...
TCU is ranked... I don't see...
TCU's got a lot more...
TCU ain't in top 10.
A lot more success.
TCU's number 17 in this poll.
I don't know. They're ranked somewhere in the top 25.
They're ranked 17.
Well...
Houston.
I know they got.
And then Saturday, UL plays Texas Tech, and then Sunday they cap it off with Rice. And Rice has always been a pretty good baseball school.
Rice ain't been that good lately.
Well, I can remember them a couple of years ago. They had a really solid pitching.
I remember back when I was a kid and all that. Rice was always in the close to the finals or in Omaha, like every single year.
Yeah, that's how the dominance was been for Rice. But yeah, if UL can pick up the win today against TCU, it really helped them out a lot. UL will be pitching at Gunnar Leger today. I don't know why they don't have a. They won't let me look at this whole entire thing, which I'm kind of upset about that because they won't let me. Yay, it's about time. Yay, they finally let me click on it. Yay, because I was going to give you all the weekend. I think that more than likely they'll be going with Gunnar Leger today, and Wyatt Mark will be the Saturday man against. Well, Gunnar Leger will be pitching against Brian Howard. Brian Howard's TCU's pitcher. Gunnar Leger's UL's pitcher. 40,000 at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas. You can watch the game on Cox Sports Television /Root Sports, which I'll be able to watch it over here. On radio, ESPN 1420 on Friday, and News Talk 96.5 KPL FM Saturday and Sunday. That's if you're in the Lafayette area. I'm not quite sure if you can get there. If you want the video, if you got to have a subscription, I know of, to go to www.ragingcajuns.com for the stats and the video needs if you want to watch the game on your computer.
I don't think y'all was gonna beat TCU, but y'all probably gonna beat Texas Tech and Rice.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think UL has a good chance to beat TCU. I mean, both these teams are ranked. We don't really know whose teams are really the dominant ones now. We just had 1 weekend of baseball. I mean, really, we don't have a lot left on that there. It'll be fun. I know Houston, who's number 18 according to them, they play Texas Tech, but I wished UL would have played Houston or even Arkansas. That would have been a very good baseball game to play over like Rice. They got Rice at number 24, but I don't even see Rice even ranked in the College Baseball America poll. But this is according to UL Lafayette's athletic website. You always use the best poll on your website to make your team look better, you know?
Of course, you always use the poll to your highest ranked on.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's all legal. I mean, that's what it is because they got so many different polls out there. I don't know which one has UL at number 6, nor do I really care about the polls at this time of year because it's really pointless because we're in February, for God's sakes. The season don't end until June. That could tell you something there about that. But, yeah. Let's see here. Okay, let's make some picks about UL versus TCU today. Juicy, what you think about that? Who you got winning this Friday game? But it starts in an hour.
Well, like I said 2 minutes ago, I think TCU is probably going to win this game, but I think it's going to be I still think it's going to be a good game worth watching. I think it's going to be pretty close game. Probably 2 runs. Probably a 2-run difference to the side. The score might be like a 8-6 or 9-7 or something like that.
You know, I think UL's bats will recover today, and they'll have enough offensive firepower. Tony Robichaux knows how to get the job done. He's been to many super regionals, been to Omaha one time. I think UL Lafayette's going to get the win over TCU today. All right, and now the Saturday matchup. This is not like a regular weekend series, so we can't just say, oh, UL's going to sweep TCU like we picked. Me and Mike Concho picked last week. We picked UL to sweep Sam Houston State, which they ended up doing. I'm glad I'm right about that. We didn't talk about LSU last week. We talked about NASCAR Daytona 500 because it was a big race, so I felt like we needed to do that. So now we go back here. And UL takes on Texas Tech Saturday. So, Juicy, who you got? They're pitching Wyatt Mark versus Ty Harpenu for Texas Tech. Who you got, Juicy?
Well, to be honest with our listeners, I hadn't really seen UL play since last year. I don't really know much about their team or who's playing on it or much about what each pitcher's like, but hopefully I'll learn that Well, about LSU too, as the season goes along, but